Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Michael Breus, the sleep doctor. Remember, I'm on a mission to help people get the best sleep they can, and I love hearing from you guys. Every single week, I answer a few of your sleep-related questions, and boy, there's quite a few. If you have a question that you'd like to see me answer, head on over to thesleepdoctor.com where you can send me an email. And while you're there, do me a favor. Scroll down to the bottom of the website where you can subscribe to our weekly email that's packed with all of my best sleep tips. Okay, so in the past week, a lot of people were asking questions about something I think we've all struggled with before, falling asleep. Diana writes, my sleep pattern has changed in the last 5 or so years in that I have a hard time falling asleep. If I go to bed hoping I will drift off at any regular time, my mind goes into hyperactive mode and I'm unable to shut it down. Then I have to get up so I don't just toss and turn and get more frustrated. I use the TV to distract my brain. After 2 or 3 hours, by 5 or 6 a.m., I fall asleep, waking up for the day around 8 a.m. No daytime naps, happens 3 to 6 times a week. Female, 69, generally healthy. Wow, sounds like you've got some serious sleep issues going on. Step number 1 here is it feels like, and this is not a diagnosis over the internet, but it feels like if you were somebody that walked into my clinic, I'd probably look at the potential for you to have something called sleep onset insomnia, meaning difficulty falling asleep and or staying asleep. There's a whole host of different pathways that we use to treat this, but one of the first things I often caution people about is a lot of people have a tendency to go to bed too early, especially in my group of people who are over age 55. Sometimes the day is done, they haven't really had much to do, and so they say, you know what, I'm just gonna crash and see how it goes. That irregularity to their sleep onset bedtime can be actually something that's quite difficult and difficult for your brain to kind of know when to go to bed. So oftentimes I'm asking people to, believe it or not, go to bed a little bit later than they normally would. Because remember, that anxiety that gets promoted when you have that racing mind is actually something that's preventing you from sleeping. So I would suggest maybe going to bed a little bit later, but I want you to keep your wake up time as consistent as possible. And I mean 7 days a week. Another big thing that a lot of people don't understand is something called their chronotype. Your chronotype is an internal genetic kind of biological clock that knows when you want to go to bed and when you want to wake up. If you want to learn more about what your chronotype might be, which also might give you some hints about when to go to bed and when to wake up, head on over to chronoquiz.com and learn what your chronotype is. Question number 2. Robert asks, I am sleepy or tired during the day, but not sleepy at night. What can I do? So sounds like you might have gotten your days and nights a little flip-flopped or mixed up here. In a lot of cases, what we see happening here is that people aren't going to bed at a time that makes a lot of sense for them. And so when they get in bed and finally all the stress is over, they've got some energy and are ready to go. What oftentimes I ask people to do in this particular situation is make sure that you actually have a mild exercise routine. A lot of people don't realize this, but one of the easiest ways to regularize your sleep schedule and make you feel pretty sleepy towards the evening is to get a good workout in. Now, I gotta be fair, you don't have to run a marathon or anything like that, but maybe 20, 25 minutes of cardiovascular exercise, maybe some weightlifting. Be sure to ask your doctor just to make sure you don't do anything that might hurt yourself, but that's one of the first things I would do is I would regularize your sleep schedule and make sure to add a good bout of exercise, maybe in the afternoon or evening time. Question number 3. Amelia wants to know, can sleep hypnosis that I find on YouTube help? Gotta be honest with you, there is data to suggest that sleep hypnosis can be effective, but only when delivered by a live therapist. So if you have a Zoom call with a hypnotherapist who can be helping you with your sleep, I think that is actually a pretty good idea. But unfortunately, watching videos on YouTube, I've been unable to find any data to suggest that that would be an effective treatment method. And finally, Dima writes, I take a long time to fall asleep when I go to bed, even if I go to bed at the same time every night, and I wake up a couple of times during the night. I'm a light sleeper person, and sometimes I wake up feeling like I didn't get any sleep at all. Advice, please. So this is an interesting situation of people who have light sleep. A few different things that I always like to call out. Number 1, what's your caffeine intake? Remember, caffeine always keeps us in those lighter stages of sleep. So if you're a caffeine drinker, I would say slow that amount down, maybe even eventually be able to cut it out. Move it towards earlier times in the daytime so that way caffeine isn't having an effect on the depth of your sleep at night. Number 2, exercise. The single best way to improve the quality of your sleep is with daily exercise. Once again, you don't have to run a marathon, but 20 minutes of cardiovascular exercise is probably going to be a really good thing for you to be able to do. The final thing that I always talk about with people is have a great sleep environment. A lot of people don't even realize it, but their light sleep is due to an old mattress, kind of a junky pillow, things of that nature. So create a sleep sanctuary where when you are able to fall asleep, you have the greatest likelihood of getting the best sleep. Thanks so much again for all of your questions. Remember, if you have a question you'd like to see answered, visit thesleepdoctor.com/sleep-questions. Also, be sure to subscribe to my weekly newsletter, as well as my YouTube channel, where I'll be giving you the most current and relevant answers to your burning sleep questions. This is Dr. Michael Breus, the Sleep Doctor, wishing you sweet dreams.